DJ Leo the Lion on, I had to be some kind of animal that could somehow compete with the king of the jungle, with the lion. Well, welcome to the Maserati Music Show. And today I have a very special guest. It's the person who all of us musicians and singers and creators of music cannot live without. The DJ. So respect. I'm going to put my hands together for DJ Leo the Lion. Welcome.
Hey everybody. How you doing, Angie? Whoop whoop.
Well, as we know, it's one increment at a time, and it's that little bit of that little nibble that just keeps us fed and inspired to just keep going and keep going. And for people who don't know, Leo has been such a support in my path and my career, coming into this on the scene with an album. I had no idea what do I do next? How do I even, and there you were, you interviewed me and gave me that confidence to open up and get personal and speak. And now,
it's all about having confidence in this industry. It's so much that an artist have to do, and as a manager in play, just to try to keep you focused. It's our intentions to take a lot of what the artist is trying to do and manifest it so that the artist can be an artist and do what they need to do, because there's so many moving pieces in this music industry that I have to say it's a lot of work.
It is, and it's such a learning experience every step of the way as well. And then you've helped me by with the confidence, but also by connecting to the audience. So you can just hear a song that's a great song, but it means so much more when you have an idea of who that artist is behind that song, why it was written, why it exists, what inspired it, and stuff.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate what you do. Is that what excites you about what you do?
It excites me more, and to kind of give a background on all of that, let me just kind of introduce myself so people can really understand where the whole framework comes into play. So everybody, Angie Maserati show. I want to just introduce myself. I am Leo the Lion. I live here in Livermore. I'm originally from Newark, New Jersey, on the East Coast. That's on the other side of New York. And basically, I've been in the music industry for several years. I really kind of started my whole journey back in 1991. and yes, it's been a long time. So a lot of what I've done has been in entertainment, from radio broadcasting to writing for trade magazines, record promotion, artist management, to putting on events, conferences, seminars, the whole gamut of things. And when I ran into Angie, I was basically managing artists. So here we are. So basically, from working with her, I ran into her through Kimball Hooker, who introduced me to her and basically told me what she was dealing with in terms of her new and first project. So that right there was very challenging to me, and I would love to take on a challenge of that nature, because I get to work from the ground up. And so Angie has really told me her vision, and when she hooked up with the Escovedos, I know she was in great hands. There's only so much I could do for her as her manager, but when she got with the Escovedos, I know she was in great hands. So I'll let her go from there.
Yeah, it's true. As far as like putting out a great album, but I think because the Escovedos have so much talent and their name is really well known. Still, there's no free pass. Like, oh, you know them, okay, so you're just gonna skate on through to.
You're just gonna know. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It's still.
It's so important to have that person who believes in you, and for you to have an independent radio show where you can play well-known hits from whatever decades, and you have access to all music, and then you also have the ability to put more of an unknown like myself music that you believe in on your show as well, and introduce it to the world. That
absolutely
isn't that obviously, I mean, like, to go get on top 40 W blah blah blah, in San Francisco,
right,
would take $1 million. So,
well, Angie, I'm not going to consider you as an unknown, because you do have a name. So I would frame it as an indie artist, as an independent artist. So with what you've done with your first project, and even with what you've done before you even met them, was actually great work with New York. And when I heard and saw that, I was like, this has definite potential to get somewhere and go somewhere big. And I just keyed in on that and introduced you to my partner, Easy T. And he was able to get you some distribution on that, just to get you to get played on certain stations throughout the country and things of that nature. Helped get you to the point where, okay, now I'm about to do my very first album, which is work in itself, and I have to now put myself into a place where now I have to get into the marketing aspect. I have to put on the marketing hat as Angie Maserati. I have to get into the promotion aspect as Angie Maserati. And now I still have to do the artist part. So
yeah.
Take a deep breath, Angie.
It's over. And it's because, brought up to not talk about yourself. You don't brag about yourself. You don't, and so we have this fairy tale of just getting discovered, kind of
right.
Like if you don't put it out there, somehow someone's going to know about it. That's not how it works. So
it's not. That's not why you put out music. You want people to know who you are.
Exactly.
Across the board, not just here in the United States, around the world, because now we're working on what is called internet-based music, as opposed to back in the day where when you initially put it out, it was just for your immediate area. But now that you have the internet in place, you can put out your music now in Germany just by a click of a button.
Yeah, by having the right paperwork.
Exactly.
So that it's eligible, because no one wants to get in trouble playing.
No.
Hasn't been registered properly. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
So there are those people out there who will take someone who's eager and believes in themselves and present offers that are not legitimate. We both know this happens, right?
Yes, it does. It happens often.
But you know what? Life is so good. God is so good. The universe hears us and hears our cries. And so this year, next Thursday, I leave for Puerto Rico, and I am part of an all women supporting women educating women on self-love and forgiveness, and just this beautiful all women platform called Culture Cafe. And
congratulations.
Thank you. And I'm going to go sing, and they support my music, and I'm going to go host it. And, so what doesn't work out always is it's a door that's so that another door can open.
No door is never shut to you as an artist, because if you continue to work, as one door shuts, another one opens. It's just a revolving door, but at some point within the artist going forward, you can't get discouraged. You never get discouraged, because there's so many upward, downward movements that keep going in the music industry. You have to stay steady as an artist.
And they grow you, and they grow
Yes.
you. And you've reached out to me to check in with me. At times it's like you're intuitive. It's like when I've needed that, and your words and your encouragement like so much. And
yes.
I am, forever grateful, and I know that's not going to stop anytime.
No, that will never stop, because when I work with an artist, even if they get to the next plateau of their status, I just want to know that you're still okay, because I know I started with you from the ground up, and it's like nurturing a baby. Like you have children. It's like nurturing a baby. So it's like you just constantly stay with them, even if they go wayward. You bring them back and say, okay, get back on point, and you know where you need to go. But stay consistent. Stay down that narrow road. Try not to go left or right, because going left or right will deter you from your goal.
Yeah, and we're on a mission here. And I appreciate your heart, but you also have some serious skills in what you do. You're award winning. Yes, I have a gospel show. It's called the Lions Den Gospel Show, and I've been doing that for the last 5 years. And I won what is called the Best Late Show through the Spin Awards, that's based out in Atlanta, Georgia, like 3 years ago, 2017. And I also won an award through the Spin Awards the next year called the Grinder Award. The Grinder Award is basically an award that basically shows that I'm always working. Whether I didn't get a major award, but I think getting the Grinder Award shows that I'm always moving, I'm always shaking, I'm always communicating, I'm always moving. That's just the bottom line. And a grinder in this industry is more important than anything. Is more important, and I take that to heart. Yeah. It's more important for me to see an artist get exposure through their music than for me to get all the awards. That's not my goal. My goal is to make sure that the gospel is being forward through the airwaves and through the internet. That's the bottom line for me. That's it. Yeah, and you do. You have to keep moving. You have to keep,
And my level of importance is to the independent artists, because a lot of the artists that are out there, like the Kurt Franklins, the Mary Marys, they have their platform. It's the independent artists that have to really fight to get through the door of like Sirius XM and all those stations to even get their voice heard. So it's like my coming into doing gospel radio was for me to be that guy, to be a support to the independent artists and the new artists coming in.
Yes, if you hear that, independent artists, contact DJ.
Yes, please.
Ryan. Yeah, and I'll have all your contact information.
Yes.
Down below, so people can reach out. You can send him your materials, your songs, your works, and he'll check it out.
Absolutely. And it's very important to me. Like I said again, I don't want to overplay this as much as possible, but it's very important, artists, that you do your business right. Do your business right, and you will get recognized, just like the upper echelon artists. If you have your ISRC's number in place, your publishing in place, your copyrights in place, as you do your music and get heard on a lot of the internet stations or the smaller stations, you will get heard. So take your time, do it right, like the SOS band.
That's what he's talking about. And right now,
that's right.
Internet radio for the independent artist and interviews is the way to be heard, because as we know, limited live show opportunities out there right now.
Big time.
I've had a great experience over the last few months being able to perform outside a lot at different venues. Mm-hmm. And I thought, I'm really grateful that I'm in the position that I'm in, because right now, like Lady Gaga couldn't show up to Elevation in Livermore or downtown Livermore and play, because of course, there'd be so many people and it just, but because I'm me and where I am at, there are gifts in every stage of the game. And so to be able to go out there and perform, it has been amazing. And those are the kinds of thoughts I have about it. Like, I'm really grateful to be an independent artist where I have more freedom.
Amen. Yes, you do.
Yeah,
yes, you do. And basically you have created that through your project. And basically even when you do your own band, Angie Maserati band, you have the influence of so many people even before you did your project. So you have created your own brand. So that's a tribute to you, just staying active and keep grinding, because you can't stop, because there's always somebody right behind you ready to take that spot.
Yes. And, a lot of people like to, play with the word diva. Even myself, I'll be like, oh, like the diva. But do not be a diva. Be an awesome, grateful, appreciative part of music, so you have a whole catalog of people who want to work with you. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's so many guitarists, and everybody who Joey T has, placed in my life, including Joey himself. I mean, it's just a call away, and I've got people who we just love to work together and have such a respect. So I think attitude, the
one thing you want to do, and it's a testament to who you are, Angie, is you must stay humble in this business. Do not take on that diva persona, because it can work for you sometimes, but it can also work against you. So you want to always try and stay humble as an entertainer, as a musician, and things like that. You're good, but if you let it get to your head, it can destroy you more faster than you just trying to just bring in.
Yeah, so, I live in such a state of reality. I've pondered, how does that happen? How do they get to that state? And it's got to be that they have so many people in their life just telling them yes and telling them, it's all this. Because everyone in my life, like my kids, and they keep me so humble that I'm like clearly like, am I something good about me? It's good. Kids love it. Like,
it's like at the end of the day, you just got to put it in perspective.
Oh, right.
Who are you really doing this for? Are you doing it for your fans? Are you doing it for your family? Are you doing it for God? Who are you doing it for? So to answer the question, how they get that way is basically, where are they at while they're doing it? Or who are they doing it for? So if the answer is, if they're doing it for God, they're doing it from the heart. But if they're doing it for people, they're trying to please a lot of people. So when you're trying to please a bunch of people, you're all over the place. People are grabbing you from over here. People are grabbing you from over there. People are just grabbing you because they want you. But you gotta say, hold up, wait a minute. I'm not trying to be all over the place. I still do have a family, but I'm not trying to be all over the place. I'm doing this because I love what I do in music. I love to basically love people and I just want to entertain people, but I'm not trying to be, oh, I gotta have cherry M&Ms in my dressing room, and they must be all cherry, or they gotta all be pink M&Ms. I can't. No.
Right.
Just be settled on who you are as an artist, and stay humble, and you'll go far.
I think in so many things in life, it's intention.
Yes, it's all about intentions. Yes.
And I know with what I do, it is to connect, to take this gift, which is such a gift, and it's delicate, and it's powerful, and there's so much energy and love and everything behind this intention, that to go in, whatever space I go into, it's like, I always think, here we go. Like, we're gonna fall in love, like, it's just, it's a vibe, and the feedback, and I've heard so many times lately, in the last couple weeks, just, like, wow, you touched me, or you inspire me, or thank you for inspiring my daughter. And I mean, that means everything. For you, would you say, like, your golden intention with the work?
My goal and intention is like this. When I get behind the turntables or the mic or whatever, I want my voice to be able to talk to you individually and inspire you or make you laugh. I want to make you be able to feel my voice and how I'm talking. I want you to be able to feel the record that I'm playing. I want a feeling of peace and love to come from where I'm coming from, because I'm not bashing out at you as a DJ. I'm like, come on, dance, y'all. I can't see you through the radio, so you gotta basically connect with your audience. It's like, I want to be able to connect with my audience more so. People can't see me, but they can feel me through what I'm saying or what I'm playing. So I want to connect with my audience more than anything. And I feel when a person that's listening to me says, Leo, that song that you just played really touched me. It gave me a whole nother mindset about where I'm at in my life right now. Or a young lady said, what you just said, Leo, helped me to understand how I should conduct my relationship with my husband or whatever. That, more than anything, is more important to me than anything, because I'm not doing it to get a whole bunch of blisters and things like that. At the end of the day, if you're doing what you're doing the right way, that all comes with it. So
yeah, and that shows that's not a far reach. If anybody, when you tune in to DJ the Lion's Den show, DJ Leo the Lion, the Lion's Den show. I mean, you
exactly
just your voice and the words that you choose. You're just a warm, connecting energy behind the microphone there. So what is your goal with like, where do you, like, as you've been journeying, do you have what's next for you, or how do you want to keep expanding what you do?
I'm glad you asked that, because I do have a plan on expanding my whole network and everything. I want to get into being in front of the camera. I want to have a TV show for the Lion's Den Gospel Show, and then expand my radio station, Beacon of Light Gospel Radio Station, to be that station that everyone can tune into, that can hear something about how to do your business, how to get healthy and wellness, how to basically, run your family, make sure you don't get into divorce court or anything, because within being a Christian too, the divorce rate is higher. sometimes, because there's a higher standard and some people can't live to those standards. So, and then at the same time, I want to be able to get as many pastors and teachers to teach, so we can, spread the word and spread the love, because that's what's needed right now. This climate of what we're dealing with right now, we don't even still know we have a president yet. We want to get back to love. We want to get back to love and loving one another, because the ultimate thing that Jesus wants us to know is that with everything that's going on, love is very important to me. So whatever is important to Jesus is important to me.
Yes, that is beautiful. I love that. You know what? It's going to happen for you.
Yes.
Everything you've done so far, and with your intention, it's just a matter of time. So, and
it's a coincidence that your album is called Love.
My album's called Love, and it's like you're doing. It's like your gospel community, wellness, spiritual wellness, physical wellness, just mind, body, soul, spirit. And then the Culture Cafe is a women's platform, mind, body, soul, spirit, uplifting, support. And I think that's it's a new era that we're entering into, where it's got to come back.
Yes. Yes. And I'm very happy for you, Angie, that you have this platform, that you can interview people like myself, you can interview Joey, people that's been doing this so long. I mean, I don't talk that much, but you opened me up a little bit, I have to say.
Well, I love it because it's a platform for me to say thank you to a lot of.
You're welcome.
A lot of people who, like you, who've just been there, and no one would really know, and maybe they don't have to know, but I want people to know, behind the scenes, you need people who really believe in you. Amen.
It's always good to have a mentor in your life, because at some point somebody's going to watch this and they're going to look at you, Angie, they're going to be like, I want to be like Angie. A little girl will be like, I want to be like Angie, because I like how she interviewed that person, or I like how she just smiles, or whatever.
I want to be like Leo. I want to keep grinding. I want to keep moving. Have that energy, you have so much energy, and it comes from the spirit. And so take note. It's
regal. I take on that lion mentality.
Yeah.
Please don't get me angry, because I real roar, but I'm very regal in how I present myself. I try to stay very even keel. I let the water roll off me like a duck. I don't get too mad too easily. So I just stay even keel and let it just go.
Yeah. With good communication, as you know, because you are constantly choosing words, searching for words, as the words come to you as you are live, taping your show. And so how reaction, our vocabulary, our response is a choice.
Oh, yes, it is.
So when you choose peace, you choose positivity, you choose love, it's very purposeful. It's not.
No, it's actually, I'm glad you said that, because every time I get behind the show, before I even break the mic for the first time, I pray about what exactly I'm about to do. I don't even know what record my first record is going to be. I'm going to be like, God, right now I'm about to talk to your people over the airwaves. Please direct me on how I need to go right now. I have an idea of what record I want to play first, but Lord, please guide me the rest of the way, because I do not want to say anything or play anything that's going to offend you or my listeners or your listeners. Please guide me. So that's how I know my mindset is directly where it needs to be, because any other way, I wouldn't know what to do. I need God. I need God to keep me grounded and keep me focused. Without Him, I'm nothing. So I give all glory to God.
A prayer is an intention. So as last kind of final thoughts from me is that, like Leo just said, set your intention before you go out and before you write a song, before you go out and perform, before you go out and do a meet and greet or mingle, or before you get out of bed every morning. Set your intention for this day. I intend, and lay them out, whatever they are for you. What's some last piece of inspiration or advice would you have for up and coming artists, or somebody who, and an artist, a DJ, someone who's, wanting to do what you do?
I would say first and foremost, I don't want to sound cliche about this, but it's just practical. You gotta learn what you're getting into, and do not be afraid for people to say no to you, because you will get no's more than you will get yeses. Accept constructive criticism. Don't take things personally, and just know that if you stay focused and don't let a lot of noise come into your ears, just know that what you want to do is first, but you must put God in the plan with you. If you don't do that, you will be all over the place, and people can take you all over the place, and you will not get to your goal fast enough. So I just say, stay focused. Put God in your whole psyche of what you're trying to do, and just learn the business, and grab peers that have been around the business, so that you can know what to do and what not to do. And you will thrive in this business. Whatever you do, whether you're a cook, whether you're an engineer, whether you are an artist, whether you're a musician, stay around positive people that's gonna guide you the right way. That's my advice.
Power. That is power. That's power. That's empowerment. Knowledge, the people, the beliefs. You heard it. You heard it, folks. So thank you for joining us today. Thank you so much, Leo, for giving me your time and allowing me to put you on the pedestal and showcase what a beautiful human you are. And I'm so grateful for you and the spirit in you. So thank you.
I appreciate the opportunity to be on your platform. Thank you to your team behind you. But whatever I do, I'm doing for the glory of God. Leo is not on the pedestal. I'll put God on the pedestal, but thank you.
I'm putting you on a pedestal, and that's that.
Thank you, Angie.
You're on a pedestal.
Okay, I'll take that. But thank you for your team. Thank you for your platform, and I congratulate you for what you're doing, and just continue to just keep what you're doing, because you're doing a great job at what you're doing.
Thank you. I'm excited for both of our future.
Yes. And what's the name of your show again?
Maserati Music Show.
Shout out to Angie Maserati, the Maserati Show.
Can I get an amen?
Amen. #amen.